Greetings, everyone. I'm Brad Tolinsky, and welcome to the High Five on herb.co. The premise is simple. We're going to dig into 5 topics with our special guests and see where it takes us. First, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Infinite CBD, makers of a wide variety of CBD products. And the good news is Infinite is now offering 20% off any of their products to High Five viewers. Just use the code HIGH520 at the checkout and you'll be all set. Now, let's welcome our special guest. What can I say? This man is a serious player in the music and cannabis world. He plays bass in System of a Down, one of the most important bands of our generation. And we'll be talking about his equally innovative new band, North Kingsley. They have some new music dropping very, very soon. And he is the driving force behind the kick-ass cannabis brand 22 Red. Hey, everyone, it's Shavo Odadjian. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, brother. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your new creative collective, North Kingsley, and how that came together.
Going 10 years back, I did a small project with RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. And I engineered the whole thing. I produced the whole thing. I just was too involved, right? Well, fast forward, I wanted to do something, but I kind of wanted to do it on my own this time around. And there was a new music program called Logic. It's not new, but it's new for me. It was new for me. I wanted to learn it. I met this guy that I thought was amazing, and he was so good at it. And he was at the studio recording with a vocalist named Ray Hawthorne. And by the second and third time, we already had something. We started working on some beats and music, and all my ideas were already coming around. And he was just boom, 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 like fast, you know. And when that happened, I kind of asked him. I said, "Dude, I think we should just start something together." He's a big fan of System, and he knew me that way, so it was right away like, boom, let's go.
From your first series, the song Like That. It's one of my favorite jams of the year. It's so
Thank you so much. Look, it just worked with him, the music-wise, And he brought in Ray. Next thing you know, we have 3-4 songs. I still wasn't ready to name it. I still wasn't ready to be in another band. I just wanted to make some music, you know what I mean? But as it progressed and as we grabbed a hold of our style and we developed something new, so it worked, man, and we just started making music, started writing music, and within a year, I was like, this is it, bro. This is something happening here. We had 7 songs, and we started naming it, and we went with North Kingsley because that's the street I grew up on in Hollywood. It just kind of came to me out of nowhere. There was a lot of names on the table, and I kind of was like, dude, North Kingsley would sound really cool because no one knows what it is. It's the first address I ever had to memorize. I lived there from.
It's sort of like Cypress Hill or something like that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. The first address I was 1336 North Kingsley Drive in Hollywood. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Just a thing in my head, and I was like, there's so much I could talk about this address, this name. It's the first time I witnessed gangs, drugs, sex. Like I saw hookers on the street. I saw gangs fighting. I was skateboarding at the time, like religiously. That was my thing. It was like, every corner was a skating block, something I can do, a trick, I started playing guitar there, just all sorts of stuff. So it was perfect. And that's how it started, bro. We dropped volume 1 August 14th. With volume 2, we were supposed to drop it on the 23rd, but the war in Armenia was really weighing on me. And it was hard for me to talk about new music when my people are getting, are in a war. And it was just rough, man. I couldn't really release music at the time. So we again pushed it. Now we're doing it December 4th, which is this Friday. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll have a good, reception.
What can we expect out of the 3 new songs?
We have a collab with, we have a feature actually. An old friend of mine came in, and I haven't announced it yet. RZA from Wu-Tang Clan came through.
It's a good friend to have.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's his kid was my ring boy when I got married 10 years ago. We got really close. We've been really close, and we've remained friends. Our wives are friends now. Our kids, so it's really cool. He's a really cool dude, man. And, if anyone knows RZA, he's like the man, dude, and just to be able to work with him is a joy and an honor. And when he came through, I called him up. I said, yo, I got this new thing. He goes, I want to get on it. Right away, I didn't even have to ask him. He was like, I got to get on there. And I'm like, come on, you haven't even heard it. He came through, we played him 3 tracks. He's like, any one of them. And I'm like, you pick it. So he picked False Idols. The only thing I can compare North Kingsley with System with is that every track has a different vibe, but it's still the DNA of the same people making it. So we have so many different influences. That's what it is, man. I've loved rock, heavy metal, speed metal, Norwegian black metal. I love that, which comes off in System. But I've also loved Public Enemy and WA, Wu-Tang Clan, Rakim. I've had all this stuff that I love and adore. So having said that, it's not rap rock. It's not that, because that's been done. Like I said, I don't want to be compared, but it's another new genre. I guess it's a new, it has a dark tone. It does. I try to make it more uplifting, but it always has that DNA of ours that's like darker, a little just dim. So having said all that, man, North Kingsley, December 4th, look out, 3 new tracks. We already have volume 3 and 4 ready to go, and hopefully once, I don't know if it's the vaccine that's going to do it for us or what it's going to be. I'm totally clueless of what is going to come in the next few months.
We're going to get there soon. Just you can start rehearsing, start shedding that stuff, start taking it into your basement.
Okay, Azerbaijan and Turkey attacked Armenia September 27th. It was very tactical. It was very thought out. It was the way they did it. They hit us during COVID. They hit us during an election where all minds were elsewhere. And they also hired lobbyists throughout the world to America. They planted journalists in major places like New York Times who reported the opposite of what's going on. They hired social media crews to denounce what's going on and built a fake truth. They keep bending the truth to the point where it's like we attacked them. We are a little nation of 3 million people. Artsakh, which is the land that they're fighting over, is an independent republic that's been Armenia for the last 3,000 years. In 1920 or something like that, Stalin, that dude, to appease Turkey, gave a land that was Armenia to Azerbaijan. Here you go, guys. You have a country now. Now there's a country. In the 1920s, a new country was born, Azerbaijan, right? No history, no nothing. When the Soviet Union broke apart, Artsakh went independent again. We took back our lands. And by the way, this whole time during the 90 years there was a Soviet Union, or 70 years there was a Soviet Union, it remained mostly Armenian, the land. We have monasteries there for thousands of years. We have churches that have been existing there for like 350 AD since then. With our handwriting on there, our alphabet. Armenia has its own alphabet. There's the alphabet all over the place. So they attacked that land of 150,000 people. They attacked civilians. They attacked churches. They attacked hospitals. They bombed with bombs that they're not supposed to use. So it's war crimes. They committed so many war crimes onto our people during a time where none of the world was really watching. And since they're rich with natural resources like oil and such, the world kind of closed their eyes. All the countries that could have helped, minus a few, like France helped a lot. France right away was like, this is wrong. The Dutch said, this is wrong. But of course, America didn't, because we have too much relationships with Turkey and too many relationships with Azerbaijan through oil and money and power. So they looked the other way and we got demolished. A few weeks back, our prime minister kind of gave them that land, a few portions of the land, and kind of ended the war because we were, it's rough. You're going against Turkey, which is 80 million people. You're going against Azerbaijan, which is 10 million people. Armenia only has 3 million, and that land that we're fighting over has only 150,000 people. So at the moment, there's 100,000 people that are displaced all over Armenia that don't have a place to go. Kids, old people, just families have no home because they took them over. And if you watch social media, if you really do some digging, these guys are doing some crazy shit, man. They're showing soldiers like destroying church, old monasteries, just like spitting at it. cutting off old. Okay, we still have people.
Genocide. You get rid of the
Cultural,
culture and get rid of the
cultural
people.
genocide happening right now. As I'm talking to you, something's going on over there.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're still doing it, and the world is still looking the other way. Oh, they solved this. No, they didn't. There was no resolution. The resolution was us saying, okay, dude, like we're tired of losing 17-year-olds, and we got to end it. So here, and I don't even know if that was a good decision to make. So right now, Armenia is kind of in a civil unrest right now because the prime minister kind of made these decisions and gave him the land on his own merit of like he thought that was the right thing to do and the only thing to do. And there's half the country saying you shouldn't have done that. And the other half is saying that's the only thing he had left to do.
We talked with each other, about a month and a half ago, and it seemed like system sort of wasn't even on the horizon. And then all of a sudden,
boom,
there's 2 new songs that drop.
Yeah. So what happened was a couple of weeks after the war, 1 week while the war is going on, 1 week after, where John, our drummer, sent a text to the whole group and said, yo, we got to do something, man. And I think we were all feeling it. I was going to do it. I'm sure each member wanted to do it, but he was the first to like press the button, send. And everybody reacted like, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's do something. Darren right away said, yo, I have a song. I have a song that's about this. I wrote it a year ago. It was going to go to Scars on Broadway, but it really fits the mold at the moment. Let's go. We don't have time to waste. So that's what went down. And we did that. And then it was kind of mid-tempo. The music was mid-tempo with harmonies and stuff. So it was Protect the Land, of course. And so we thought about, let's bring some, because, system's so not one-dimensional. We have so many different sounds. We're like, let's also do a heavier track. And, Darren, John, and I had gone in 2017 and worked on some music together. And Genocidal Humanoids is one of those songs. And it was just so thrashy and so us, it just made sense to drop both. And dude, I would have done 10 more if I could have, we have enough material to do.
So the music is available for those on your Bandcamp page, but the proceeds are going to go to the Armenia Fund?
Yes, the Armenia Fund at the moment is sending aid to all of the displaced people. We're helping them out, the kids, the orphans. So many people lost their brothers, lost their fathers, lost their husbands. It's just a sad situation, man.
Well, social justice is very important to us at herb.co. And, I have to thank you for sharing that, which I know it's a very painful situation, but
it is.
It's a good thing to definitely talk about and to get that word out there. Let's talk a bit about 22 Red, your cannabis company.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start that? When did
this started about 22 Red started about 2.5 years ago. Weed has always been something in my life, right? Since I was like 20 years old. But it was, and throughout the years when it got legal in America or in certain parts of America, in Cali, for example, in 2006, a lot of companies, a lot of people came up to me, man, let's name a strain after you. Let's do this, let's do that. But I was never really into it. I was just a smoker. And I'm like, dude, if I don't have my hands on it, then I don't want to be a part of it, because who knows what you're going to do with it, I'm just going to sit here and smoke it. You handle it. I teamed up, me and one of my best friends in the world, who I've known since I was like 7, 8 years old. He's in the fashion industry. We've always talked about doing something together, a brand, something fashionable, something cool, and we started about 2.5 years ago talking about it and getting some, traction over it. And then he reintroduced me to our friend Sean. And I've known him forever, but he was always like younger. I knew he grew weed, but I didn't know at what lengths he went. I didn't know how big it was. They took me to one of his grows, and the thing was immaculate. I was like, wow, dude, if I'm gonna do it, it's got to be with this right here. This is how it's got to go. So that's when it started. And 22 Red was born. 22 was my birthday. I'm born April 22nd. Married May 22nd. I was 22 when System got signed. That was 22 years before I thought of 22 when I was 44. We started small. Now we're in 3 states, hopefully soon to be in 4. We have something that we're working on. We're in Cali, Nevada, and Arizona at the moment. We have extracts. We have vape pens. We're also doing CBD We have something new coming up on the 7th. December 7th, we're dropping our tinctures, just hemp CBD, because I believe in healing. It's not just getting high. I've had anxiety in my life. I've had sleep issues. And I swear the way we made this with my friend Marcus, who's also the founder and CEO of Nature's Lab, he does all our extracts. He included so many percentage of CBD in there that actually affects where you actually feel something. And the cost of it, I need it to be affordable. I need it to be reached out by everyone. Everyone could touch it. I'd rather make less money, but be more effective. You know what I'm saying? Because everything will come in due time. I believe in quality over quantity always.
Where can people get the CBD product?
22red.com. And then there's like little, it tells you if you want to go to the CBD section, you want to go to the apparel section. We also have I love fashion. That's how it started. The whole thing started with fashion. So we don't have merch. We have apparel where I actually like design what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've checked it out. Like your stuff is really cool, man. People are in for a treat if they go up there and
dude. Yeah.
Check it out.
And, we have a section you can check where all the shops that carry us around those 3 states. And like I said, the apparel is quality shit, man. It's like stuff you would want to wear all day, not just throw it on because it has someone's name on it, a brand name. It's more about it being really cool. And I don't believe in too big of blasting over your branding, so I kind of do like a white t-shirt with a couple of cool little things. I have messages inside the t-shirts, sayings, 22 little like a fortune cookie vibe, cool. Like inside the clothing you'll find somewhere. Small branding, like look at the hat that's out. This hat's out right now. By the way, I just threw it out maybe 2 weeks ago. This is launched 2 weeks ago. Simple black hat with a cool little 22. There's no big nothing.
Yeah, I hate that.
Me too, bro. Me too. I can't.
You start feeling like that you're a billboard for the
billboard. I don't want no one to be a billboard. I want people to enjoy what they're wearing and like be proud of what they're wearing. So that's what we did.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. We got one more question to go, one more topic. The high five question of the day, brought to you by my sponsors, Infinite CBD, makers of infinitely good CBD products. We know that from even your discussion, there are so many things that you are freakishly good at. But is there something that you're freakishly bad at?
A lot of shit, man. I've never tried singing. How's that? I think I'm bad at it. I don't have the balls to sing. Like I know I have words. I've done a little rapping during that first The Chosen thing I did with RZA because they just like gave me all this great self-esteem. They're like, dude, you could kill this. You're doing this. RZA would be like, dude, come on, kill it. And I did. So you can find that online. But singing wise, I know I can keep a tone. I know I'm not tone deaf. But I've never really sang, and that's something I would love to do one day.
So once again, I'd like to thank our guest, Shavo Odadjian, who has some new music coming out this Friday with his new band, North Kingsley. Fantastic. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Infinite CBD. Infinite's now offering 20% off all their products to High Five viewers. So get on that. All you need to do is put in the code HIGH520 at the checkout and you'll be all set. Infinite CBD, an infinitely better way to take CBD. Check it out. Yeah, man, Brad Talinsky at the High Five on herb.co. Have a cool day. Over and out.